Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here in the show, and I just want to get this last video done for the night. Get the show out of the way after done my AEW rant. I'm going to do a national championship preview for Monday night's game between number 1 Florida, 1 seed Florida versus 1 seed Houston. I just want to get this shit out of the way. I'm tired, and I just ran it for like 10 minutes, so we'll get into it. So, earning their ticket with a spirited win over Auburn in the Final Four, Florida Gators have their sights set towards their ultimate goal, the national championship game against Houston Tigers, 2 1 seeds. And heading into this tournament, 2 of the hottest teams everyone was picking in their bracket was Florida on the left side, Duke on the right side. Florida was the team that was playing their best basketball heading in the postseason, and Duke was right there, I thought, with them, though their hot stretch went a little further back, having only 1 loss since the end of November, and it really looked like, it was going to be Florida. It's going to be the Blue Devils joining the Gators, in the national championship game. As they were up on the Cougars 59-45 with just over 8 minutes remaining, and then all the momentum in their favor, it just felt like, everything changed. Houston started knocking down shot after shot after shot, and their defense was clamping down on the other end, allowing nothing easy. Duke's lead evaporating like vapor. Suddenly it looked like Houston had a chance with 20 seconds left, and Duke at the line already up 1. It still looked like Duke was in a great place, and then Tyrese Proctor missed that 1-and-1, and then the ball caromed in the direction of Cooper Flagg. It looked like it would fall short of his rather long arms and fall into the hands of the Houston Cougars. Despite this, Flagg reached over the back. The man boxed him out and made some contact, contested the rebound. Despite a lack of impact, the official calmly blew his whistle, called Flagg for a foul, sending Houston to the line to shoot 2 in front of the stunned Duke fans there. Those free throws put the Cougars ahead. Flagg missed a turnaround jumper on the other end. Houston hits 2 more free throws to seal it. And throughout this tournament, it's been Florida talked about as a team of destiny. The team that came to March Madness playing their best basketball. They survived a major scare against those UConn Huskies. Charlie, what? They survived major scare against UConn, Drew Maryland team that was distracted due to having a coach set to leave for Villanova. They need Walter Clayton's heroics overcome a huge deficit in Texas Tech in the Final Four. They saw an Auburn team whose 2 best players were handcuffed due to injury, with both only able to play their best for a single half before running out of steam. In a lot of ways, this Florida team looks like fate has looked upon them favorably. And Walter Clayton has had his heroics. And similarly, I keep fucking saying that word. Similarly, fuck this shit. Houston has also had somewhat of a, charm last few weeks. They did start on the wrong foot, having given misfortune playing Gonzaga around at 32, while Gonzaga's resume suggested their seed was appropriate. The predictive metrics, thought they were one of the best teams in the country, such as Kim Paul having the Mace. Houston was able to win that game by 5, though many expected them to be upset in this scenario. Next, they had to tie against Purdue, where they won by 2, surviving a wicked comeback by a scrappy veteran team. They did get lucky with their next matchup, which was Tennessee, a team that plays largely the same style as Houston, except they just weren't quite as good as it. Houston wins by 19. Then it was the game where it seemed they were all but finished before a miraculous comeback in this championship game. It appears to be a meeting of 2 teams of destiny. And if you love the sport of college basketball, that's all you could ask for. I know it's 2 1 seeds, boring. But these are two really, really good, damn good teams. Florida, with Walter Clayton, Will Richard, Elijah Martin, Alex Condon, Chinyalu, and Thomas Hall. Aberdeen, with Houston, with L.J. Cryer, Milo Husey, Emmanuel Sharp, Juwan Roberts. Walmart is calling, sir. They want to acquire your surfaces. And they got a scrappy bench. And Houston being good is no anomaly. They have been one of the top 5 programs over the last 5 years. And their Kim Paul finish is like second, 5th. If you want to go back a few more, they were still top 20, top 15, top 20. And 4 straight seasons as the second best team in Kim Paul is just a remarkable feature. Just imagine if Florida was able to replicate their regular season success for the next few years and how impressive it would be. Unfortunately for the Cougars, where they've fallen short as the NCAA tournament, they haven't had any monumental upsets or gotten clipped in the first round, but they haven't been able to go on that type of run to the championship game that you would expect from the second best team in the country, the 1 seed, except they've done it this year. And one of the theories why they've fallen short is a distinct, style of play. One of the absolute best, one of the absolute defensive pressure and intensity, where they are aggressive as anyone in the country. The number one defense in the country, according to Ken Palm. Houston's a team that has become known for their relentless effort on defense, like scooping up the loose ball. I saw that clip where they would do that in practice, scrap for a loose ball. And the effort on the glass, they will double team the post, trap, pick and rolls, and aggressively bump. Cutters, all in an attempt to make the offense uncomfortable. This style has had a ton of regular season success, but it hasn't taken them to where they want to be in the tournament. But this is likely because the Cougars have struggled a lot offensively. Much of the reason makes sense. Sampson's a coach who's all about defense, and when it comes to the players he recruits, it's all about defense, toughness, coachability, and that's it. Houston will consistently roll out the best defense in the sport, but oftentimes those type of players aren't the best on the other side. But if there's any coach that's going to live with that, it's Sampson. And bringing in those type of guys has resulted in an incredible run from year to year. And the thing is, their offense is really good. Best three-point shooting team Kelvin Sampson has had. The best defense. They're always good defensively. One of the best three-point shooting teams he's ever had. Fortunately for Cougar fans, this year Sampson's been able to generate more offense than in previous years. Leading the way in scoring, L.J. Cryer, and joining the backcourt Miles Uzan, Emmanuel Sharp hits big late-game shots. And what's made this team so crisp is their three-point shooting. The Cougars have had a reputation for years as, being a team that can't shoot, but remarkably this year's team is number one in the country in three-point percentage at 39.9%. And that was on full display in the comeback against Duke, where they needed this shot making to put points on the board in a hurry. Before you go saying they are the best shooting team in the country, it's worth noting that they don't shoot a ton of them. So they don't take a ton, but when they do, it's just pure. And when they keep games low scoring with their defense, their brief spurts of three-point shooting can have extra value. As you know, Todd Golden's defense is all about taking away the three-point line, and this will be hunting against the Cougars, so this could be a main focus. This game will also be an all-out melee on the glass like the Gators. Houston prides himself on offensive rebounding, and is currently 10th nationally in offensive rebounding, and they will often send foreign players to the glass when a shot goes up. Given the importance of rebounding in both teams, whoever is able to secure, more second possessions is going to be well-positioned to try and win. And there's some versatility with Houston, with their roster. They're undersized, with starting center Joseph Tugler only listed at 6'8", while forward Juwan Roberts measures at 6'7". Well, that might be the case. Both of these players have humongous 7-foot wingspan, 7-foot plus wingspans, so they play bigger than their listed height, and it will make for a very, very important matchup for the Florida Gators. Another element of the game to watch for Houston is Houston's ability, to create turnovers. As mentioned previously, Houston's going to hunt steals aggressively with traps, double teams, and as you know, Florida struggled with the turnovers as of late. They struggled in the first half against Auburn. Houston is 20th in the country in steal rate, and that is a ranking they've achieved playing against a very difficult schedule. So they will go hard at taking the ball away from Florida's guards, especially given how Clayton and Elijah Martin are not true point guards. While Houston's defense is outstanding, they do give up a ton of threes, ranking 313th in the country in this category. Despite their trapping defense, that will get them extended. Houston still makes priority to take away the pain. They're willing to sacrifice the three-point attempts in order to do that. Florida, of course, wants to take a lot of threes, and they'll be maybe free to get a ton of them off the Cougars. Given how Florida's guards could struggle after the Houston defenders to finish at the rim, taking threes, could be a really good game plan. So I think it's going to be a hell of a championship game. Kelvin Sampson, Todd Golden, Florida, Houston, and this will tip off at 8:50 p.m. on Monday, April 7th. And it'll be televised on CBS. So there's some things, obviously, about the championship preview. Florida, like I said, really same things. They offensive rebound a lot, one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the country. Houston's really an offensive rebounding team. Both teams have really good guards, really good coaches. But we'll just see. It's going to be fun in this national championship, but I'm going to go with the Houston Cougars to win the national championship. But I will not count out Florida, obviously. Walter Clayton, he could have some more heroics. But I don't know. I feel like if Houston can beat Duke, I really think they can beat Florida. I'd really like to see them win, but I wouldn't be upset if Florida win. But that's all to say here. Until next time, peace, have a good night, and I'll be here Monday night for the national championship game recap.